Okay, about attempt number 10. Yeah, I figured out why my phone wouldn't go into landscape mode. It took me a little while to figure it out, but I figured that out eventually. Okay, this is a model that I've bought, the Asus GeForce RTX 5060 Ti, 16 gigabytes. I got the white color, not for any particular reason. It's just that was the one that was in stock. Because this is a replacement for a NVIDIA 2080 Super that's failing, so I wanted to get the replacement card in before I lost my computer. So basically, I've sort of just gone with what I knew, which is the Asus model. The one I got at the moment is also Asus, the 2080. Now the what they're saying about this card, it's not sort of, doesn't set the world on fire or anything. Some people like it, some people don't like it, so you have to check out a technical review for that. One important thing is I got 16 gigabytes. It does come in 8 gigabyte model, but the word is that don't buy the 8 gigabyte model. Almost to the point where they don't. The technical reviewers can't really understand why NVIDIA even released an 8 gigabyte model. Well, okay, here it is. Try to keep my finger out of the shot. Okay, I might have to sit down a bit for this. All right. Yeah, it's quite compact. It's quite compact. 2 fans. Right. Now, yeah, I was expecting an adapter, but clearly not. A power cable adapter. I can't see it. Unless it's back in there somewhere. I thought so. It must have a standard connector on it. Perhaps some of the earlier models didn't have standard connectors. It's that block just there. So you just connect a spare one in from your power supply. Okay, the important thing really is the slot size. Now, okay, it's going to take up two slots in your PCI, probably PCI Express slots in your on your motherboard there. But you can see that the width of the width actually extends beyond the 2 slots, so I'd call this a 2.5 slot configuration. Yeah, so yeah, you can see that. So that is important. You've got to consider that you've got to have enough, especially if you haven't put in a large card before. You've got to have enough space in your motherboard with everything else installed for it to fit. So that's important. That is something you have to think about, unfortunately. So all I can suggest there is you go and look at it and think about it. But I'm not going to tell you how to do that. I'll probably just lead you astray. But it is important. Now, I already know that the my existing card is either 2 or 2.5 already, so there's probably enough room in there. You can see another important thing. Okay, it's got it covered. That's the type of PCIe slot that you're going to use. Now, I believe it is. I guess I'll have to take this off. Yeah, all right, I'll take it off. I haven't put it in yet. Oh, it's upside down, sorry. Yeah, I think it's an X8. Some of the other older cards were actually X16, but they've dropped some of them down to X8 for some reason. They decided they weren't good enough with an X8 slot. I think that's an X8. So if you think about it from that point of view, the metal braces there go on the outside, so that will push down onto your motherboard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would be an X8 slot there. That's something else that you've got to think about. You've got to make sure it's going to be compatible with your motherboard. The other thing that's important, yeah, I think they've actually, I reckon they've changed the design a little bit, probably since it got released. Sometimes they tweak the design. That's fair enough. I'm not going to touch the fans. You shouldn't even spin them. You should try to keep your fingers off the fans, because you might spin them back around the wrong way or something like that. So I'm not going to spin them. You just have to assume that they will switch on when they have to switch on. Alright, okay. Now this back plate here, yeah, it's metal. Okay, so that's going to help with the thermal control. That's fair enough. The more sort of metal, the better. Yeah, just it's always they tend to get hot, especially when you're playing a lot of video games and stuff like that. Thermal controls are always important for these types of graphic cards. Now the other thing is, yeah, okay, I'd have to take the caps off. Hang on, trouble is I don't have enough hands. I don't have enough hands for this. Oh look, I won't take them off because I don't want to install it just yet. The fact that I've got it and I can install it at any time, that's what's important to me. I can tell you straight. I can tell you right now, there'll be a couple of you can run up to 4 screens usually on these NVIDIA cards. That again is something you should always check the specs before you buy it first. Make sure it's adequate for your needs. One of them will be a HDMI connector, and the other two will probably be display. I think they call them display ports now. I've got 2 screens. One's display port and one's HDMI. The HDMI tends to be the older one. You're unlikely to find any old VGA these days. So yeah, you can usually run up to 4 screens from it. Okay, yeah, just use the usual quick start guide. It's probably all pretty standard. I won't go through that. All right, that's it. I'm looking forward to once the heat wave is finished. Now the next important thing I've got to do is clean my computer out first, and I'm going to upgrade the card. I'm going to clean it out, and I've got the air duster and the brushes and all that ready to go. It's just I'm not going to do it when it's 40 degrees. I'll wait till it gets a little bit cooler. So you know, I'll be overhauling my my system here. I would have liked to have expanded my memory, but the RAM prices have absolutely gone through the roof at the moment. It's even hard to buy RAM at the moment. They're limiting supply and that to stop people hoarding and things like that. So lots of strange things going on. Who knows how long that situation is going to go for, but I've got 16 gigabytes in my system now, so just the mere fact that the card has got another 8 gigabytes to work with will probably, I'm hoping that'll reduce some of the demand on the motherboard RAM, because it tends to be that if you run out of VRAM, which is video RAM, it tends to start to use RAM from your motherboard, and it goes out through the PCIe bus to do that as well. So maybe they're considering that with a 16 gigabyte card, hopefully you'd never get to that situation. You'd always be using onboard memory, so you don't have to worry about the connecting up to the direct memory access bus and stuff like that. But again, if you really want the technical breakdown, find some documentation or go and look up a technical review. This is just a sort of a first impression sort of thing. Yeah, I can see heat pipes and stuff like that in there. It's all pretty good. I think that's about it really. My phone's getting hot. I got to stop recording, so I'll catch you in a future unboxing.